Habari Africa, mimi ni King, nina furaha kukutana na wewe. Asante kwa kutazama King's Home. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like every time Floyd Shivambu, the leader of the Africa Mayua movement, misses the economic freedom fighters and speak about it, we have to then experience all of those memories that he has about the economic freedom fighters with him. Now, this past week, he also spoke about the distraction that the economic freedom fighters was, performing in parliament. And he said in the 10 years that he was in parliament, it was not comfortable for him and he did not enjoy it at all. And he says one person was planning all of this distraction. It was not a collective. Mayua. And okay, I saw that Mamu Unombuso Mkize joined the Mayua movement, and I've got something that I want to say about that. They had a good Women's Day event and everything. We have to talk about Floyd Shivambu's comments about the economic freedom fighters. Let's talk about that, Paseta, and much more.
Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane, horses in Jiva Sono, and we're back at it again with another one. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just take some time. It's been a rough week this week. Let me take some time to thank each and every one of you who are donating to the Pan-Africanist School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture. We are, I keep on saying this, but really we are a few thousand rands closer to kickstarting the building, and it's not easy starting without having the total amount that the constructors gave you. Is not a good idea. We did it last time, it did not work out nicely for us, so we need to get a certain amount to get to where we want to be. So thank you so much for the people who answered the call when we said in the month of July we need 1,000 people in South Africa to donate each 50 rand so that we can kickstart phase 1 of the building project of Paseta. Please, you can even go to www.backapbody. There you can .co.za, you can type Paseta there and you will find our campaign there, and you can donate there. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Please visit our YouTube channel. Don't forget to visit our YouTube channel, that is Paseta School. Make sure that you follow it there, and you can follow us on all the social media platforms with the same handle, Paseta School. You will find us, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies and gentlemen, okay, the gating thing, you guys know how much it bothered me over the week, and now we are having a situation where, like I said, we as African people who call unity amongst us blacks and sorry for using the term blacks, us blacks and coloreds, and some coloreds also don't want to be called coloreds, but you guys know who I'm referring to. We have now an opportunity to come and unite together under this whole dark cloud that is there, because we can turn this dark cloud into a beautiful thing where we can unite. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of egos have been thrown out there, a lot of toys have been there, a lot of people defending these people, a lot of people defending those people, and we are having a situation where I would like to see some matured leaders in the community, in the political space, everywhere, coming and say, okay, colored people and African black people, let's come together, let's unite, and let's do something that is going to shock our colonizers who are smiling all the way to the bank as we are busy fighting each other. And I think maybe I should play. No, okay. Let me leave that one. Floyd Shivambu is a person. You guys have to understand this. In every reference that Floyd is going to have about political experience, it's going to come in the form of the economic freedom fighters or the MK political parties. Not too much about the ANC, but those two political parties, it's going to be political parties he's going to speak about when he wants to make examples and wants to make himself look good and make all those people look bad. It bothers me that a person does not take any self-accountability for all the political decisions he has made in the past and blames it to other people. For me, it shows me what type of a man you are. And we meet these people in our lives. They do the wrong things. They get drunk. They abuse women. They steal money. They bother us in our families. At work, but it's never their fault. We meet these people in life. In life, you know that person who does all the wrong things, but it's never his fault. Floyd is turning into that. But I want you guys to understand. When Floyd speaks about anything that tries to uplift himself, he has to mention the economic freedom fighters and the MK political party. I said Floyd is having a good thing happening there. It's not easy in a space of 1 month, 2 months to put together a team and run the whole country, having venues booked, having people attend your events for the consultation. And, it's not easy building all that team together. I'm telling you right now, guys, you guys try to organize. You guys are in churches, schools, work and everything. You guys, it's difficult to organize an event next week. It's difficult. And what the Mayua team did was, for me, I was like, they might not be the most glamorous and whatever movement, they call themselves movement, but putting on that the work that they did, I have to say the good job for them. You understand? I attended one of the events in Kimberley, and I reported. I said the community hall that they booked was not full. And the event was poorly advertised and everything, but they did it, because sometimes you don't have to wait for things to come right. You just do something. But I said the downfall of Floyd Shivambu is going to be him speaking about the other political parties unnecessary. There is no need for you to speak anything about the MK political party, about the EFF. It's time for you to build Mayua. Build Mayua. The people have already followed you, Floyd. The little people that have followed you have already followed you. There's no need for you to then try to, badmouth the EFF and everything. For me, it is not necessary. Let me get into Usisi Nombuso Mkize, who has joined the Mayua movement. Head of the presidency. That's a position that he has. For me, I know they were quite close there at the MK political party, but for me, I can see a spy from a million miles away. This is what Floyd is going to deal with, because he's going to suck a lot of members from the EFF, and by a lot, I'm just exaggerating, but he's going to suck some members from the MK, some members from the EFF, some maybe from other political parties. He's going to have a time where there's going to be a question of trust that is being played now. You guys, if I was him, I was going to look for newbies in politics, business people. I was going to look for young, successful artists and whatever. I was going to look for young professionals. I was going to look for young people and group those people and build those people. Recycling politicians is a wrong move. It's a wrong move. Umam Mkize, for me, I'm telling you, is sent. She is there to go and fish the information for EMK political party. I hope I'm wrong, but that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing. She's been released there after being released 2 weeks ago, and now there's a new secretary general in the MK political party. I'll make a video about it today. Maybe you guys will get it today. It's still a busy day for me, but anyways, those type of things that are happening. It's like, Floyd, don't you see the dangers that are coming also? Understand? But there's other people, honestly speaking. Now, Floyd says, even if there was no MK political party, even if there was no nothing, some of the things that they did in parliament, he was not comfortable with. And those things were planned by one person. Can you guys believe that? If you watch the videos of Floyd when he was at EFF, speaking in confidence, in and out of parliament, speaking the confidence that Floyd carries, you are telling me Floyd was influenced? A full-grown man was influenced. Guys. But anyway, let's quickly listen to what Floyd said, because for me, I'm like, no, sorry, guys. Listen to this.
Part of the reasons, and I must say this, part of the reasons, even if there was no MK, even if I was not going to do anything, one of the things that I was not comfortable with throughout my years in parliament, the 10 years in parliament, was a culture of disruption and rudeness that characterized those that we served with. And all of those things were just planned, like in a childish way, with no purpose. Sometimes even when there are areas of agreement, you realize that on this question we can agree. Why don't we sit down and agree on this issue and then we'll raise our issues robust? No, today we're going to disrupt. It was not something that happened spontaneous. It was planned in a meeting. And I can tell you now that there was only one person who initiated those disruptions. It was not the leadership collective. And that was mistaken to be said so-called militancy and radicalism. And we kept on asking, how does this relate to voters on the ground or to the people that sent us here? And that is why some of those things, there is 600,000 lesser people who voted for that organization because they realized, but we sent you to represent us there, but you are grandstanding. So it's one of the things which, even if there was no MK or any other thing, we were going to disassociate from. And we raised it internally. What is the strategic value? What is the tactical value even of wanting to be disruptive? And what then happens? You know, the saddest thing that you will see is that the younger generations that get to associate with that organization, even in councils and legislatures, for no reason, they just go and disrupt and engage themselves in violence. And then they think that is being revolutionary because the leader says, no, that is being revolutionary. What kind of revolution is that? That is just disruption even when it's senseless.
Okay, guys. Disappointing, really. Disappointing. If what Floyd is saying is true, how powerful is Julius Malema? How powerful is the CIC that grown men, married and not married, adults, he's the only one. All of these things were planned by one person in a meeting. All of them, all of everything that we saw in the EFF when they were in parliament. The Zuma must fall, pay back the money, and all of those things. Everything about Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, everyone, it was planned. It was choreography. Yo, how powerful is the CIC? And if the CIC is that powerful, how weak are you? How weak are you? My 11-year-old boy has got a spine, a full-grown spine where when you talk to him, you hear his friends cannot make him do things that he does not want to do. 11 years old. 11 years old. You grown men were controlled by one person where you say, He's actually using words like, I was not comfortable. You are not comfortable. You are forced. Hi, man, Floyd. Floyd. Don't do that. There is no need, brother Floyd. And how many times must King say so give you free consultation advice? Huh? Advisory, mahala njepela. There is no need, brother. You don't know what the future holds for politics. You don't know where your party is going to navigate itself into the South African political space. You don't know where you're going to end. You don't know in which municipalities you might need to work with the EFF. You don't know anything. You don't know if your party is going to die. You don't know what's going to happen in life. Just run your own race. Just do you. Do you leave the EFF alone? Angazi ukuthi nangitolerate or nizongithola later. For me, 10 years, my brother, 10 years you are controlled by CIC, uncomfortable doing things that you don't want to do. Come on, Floyd. No, Floyd, don't say that. Don't say. You sound weak when you're saying things like that. CIC controlled you for 10 years. 10 years in Parliament. I'm on Floyd. And he says it was being confused. It had no purpose. And even when they agree in certain points, they were forced to be to act like they are radical, you know. And he says the one person initiated it. It was mistaken for radicalness. Radicalness. Then he attacks the EFF. Said the EFF had 600,000 voters did not vote for them. They dropped in numbers. He says now the young people are fighting. They like violence and disruption. The young people have caught that culture. With the violence thing, I'm wondering, because I have seen in the past where there was some clashes. It was in Durban. I remember I reposted it on Twitter. And I saw another clip recently. I'm not sure if it's an old or new clip where fighters are fighting. They use command during SRC elections or something like that. And I'm worried about that. But I've seen that with the ANC. I've seen that with many other political parties. That worries me when, people want to solve things physically. So I'm a former professional boxer. I'm the last person to talk about fighting. I love fighting physically. So I'm the last person to make any judgment with those things. You have to restrain yourself. You have to be disciplined. And in college, so difficult. It's so many loud mouths. But anyways, I'm not condoning that type of behavior. I want us to continue to listen to Floyd speaking about everything that is happening in the EFF. And now he says, Mayua will not be defined by such things. He said, Mayua will be perfect. Maybe is a perfect movement, guys. It will not be defined by all of these things that the EFF was for. Listen to this, guys.
It's one of the things which will never define and be the character of Mayua. Will engage robustly, will tell the truth, will tell no lies, will claim no easy victories. But we will not be disruptive for the sake of it. We will not be disrespectful and just want to disrupt at any given point, even when you have got an opportunity to give leadership and guidance. One of the things which coincidentally has got to define Mayua is that it's not an ethnic organization. It will never be an ethnic or a tribal organization. It's truly a national organization. So, you know, now the leadership of Mayua at the core level of the leadership, we are like 15 or 16 or 17 people. But if you were to just pay closer attention of the people that are within the leadership, 15 people. So all the languages of South Africa are represented just in the 15. Let's say we say in terms of the language composition of...
Okay, so all the languages are represented by the 15 leadership in Mayua 15. All the language, these white people in Mayua. Very interesting. Very interesting. I know there's colored people. I think they appointed one as a provincial convener there in Western Cape, or a deputy provincial convener. But yeah, it's very interesting to know. We will see. Doesn't matter what language they speak. Is there quality? Do they have? Are they crowd pullers? Can they pull voters into Mayua? And what is going on? And like I said, he said it will not define. That type of EFF behavior that was there, where Floyd was so forced over the years. It's not going to happen at Mayua. He says they are not going to be destructive for no reason. It means they might be destructive, but they are not going to be destructive for no reason. So Mayua is not a tribal organization. He says it's not he's taking jabs, obviously, to the MK political party. So, the MK political party was coming right, Buffett. Moshega just out of nowhere. The in-house fighting of us African people is disgusting. It is disgusting. It's disgusting. And Jacob Zuma does not have the stamina anymore to properly deal with people. You understand? I think he never had anyway. Even in the past, like it was. We always knew that it was unpredictable. You can wake up today with a different minister tomorrow. That's why when he attacked Floyd, he said, listen, we had 7 secretary generals here. Nobody special here. Asizoncenga and all of that. So that unpredictableness remains in the MK political party. I will make a video about the new secretary general who is there now. And I will see if I can get some more information. He said he was in the trade unions. Let's see what other information we can get there. Because for me, I'm just like I see people are taking Uzi for the utterance that she made, the predictions that she made before the press conference. For me, I was hearing the same things. I was not, but not the deputy, president, second deputy president, but in the Tony Ngeni name was always there. But what I heard was that the conditions that he was putting on the tables were not, the MK was not accepting that. They said, no, you're wanting too much from us. And maybe it's a good thing that they said no. Tony Ngeni's life might be safe, because how long is this Secretary General, the new Secretary General, going to last? The first thing is conflict. How are they going to handle conflict? And how long does the disciplinary hearing committee have to deal with the Ududu's issue? It's been so long. It's like they're making the voters of Mayua children to say, we are not going to deal with this thing, man. It's in the process. We are still dealing with it. So, I don't know. Thank you so much, guys. The Gaten thing is getting hotter. It's getting hotter and hotter. The true colors of other people are coming out. But let me say this to my African people. Abalungu mabacala ba-attacker uGaten. Masimu defending. Yep. I said it. Yes, I said it. When the common enemy starts attacking Ugaten, let's tell them, please keep out. We are dealing with these things. Us blacks and coloreds, we are dealing with this thing. Leave Gaten alone. We will deal with Gaten. And that's what Gaten was supposed to do with open chat. It was just allow the community to deal with Ugaten, just like the community is now dealing with Ugaten. There wasn't a political party that is focused on Gaten. Now Action SA is up in arms. EFF is up in arms. ATM is up in arms. It is this thing again has taken my energy. I'm from Kulmaman. Oh, it's taken my energy. Taking my energy. Kakulu. Let's see what is gonna happen. Hey guys, and a footy, I hope you guys are saving money. I'm off topic now. Those who wanted to hear about Mayua, you can cut the video here. It's fine. It's August. It's December. Yes. Have we managed to save money for our personal things? Because we must not focus on politics. This. We must fix our life. We must fix our life so that we can get our family secured. It's about family. At the end of the day, you need to make sure that you are sorted. To the point where you lose yourself in these things, where you are spending 13 hours on the TV watching podcast. King said so. In when we check your life, in that 13 hours that you're watching the podcast, you can't even gym for 30 minutes. You can't even have time for your family for 30 minutes. You are so busy. And those who are unemployed, you are busy eating free Wi-Fi. You can't even go and hustle and tussle and drop your CV just for 1 hour and come back at home. Like, fix your life also. Don't be consumed. I always tell you every day, and I include myself, guys, these social media platforms is just distractions. I'm telling you guys all the time. It's distractions to keep us away from the main agenda of African people. That's why the youth of today, they don't have a generational mission. That's what it's just a distraction. Last week it was who was it last week? There was a topic before these children of open chat. What was the topic? You even forget. If you know what was the topics 2 weeks ago, write it here. But it's like every week there's something new. There's something new in on the television and on social media. Be careful. Be careful. I'm not complaining that you are subscribed to King Said So. I thank you so much. You do help me to buy 4 bags of plastic full of grocery. You are assisting me. I appreciate it so much. But I'm telling you, do not be consumed in these things. Don't be consumed. Don't now have a high degree level of hatred toward Gaten and colored people. Don't allow them to make us fight each other. Don't allow it. I'm asking you nicely. I'm part of this issue. I'm a content creator. I do content. This is work for me. This is work. It's work. We are hustling and tussling. So whenever there's a topic we're going to speak about it, filter the information and choose those things that make you grow as an individual. Please. That's all I'm going to say. Until we meet again, don't forget to pray. But after you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.